I figured we'd do this and make it one last thing they can stupidly laugh at their malice and what's the word? Oh yeah, depravity. Oh my neck is killing me. Movie. Morning, Grandpa. He's happy because I quit smoking. Threw all my stuff away, like um, Rellos. Is that left? Nope. Guess that's everything. Throw it away, out of sight, out of mind. You could hear the jars. Now, if you live with somebody that has a spouse or something, and you think medical marijuana therapy would be right for you, and your spouse could, be in possession of a firearm, and if you feel like you want to go and get a card or use it recreationally, what have you, that's on you. For me, though, I don't want to sacrifice that for me, especially since I don't have I've got a separated spouse, not a current spouse. Okay, so I was going to show some of these fucking comments, which is just abhorrent. That's not it. All right, here we'll fan all these comments from start to end. Where's the proof of the false imprisonment threat and threatening to wring your neck? It was at the end of the video. Like a milkaholic, whatever. I'm deluded. Okay. Oh, I don't remember none of it. I don't care if you guys don't believe me. It's not a lie, and it's no. I'm not telling you what I want you to hear. He clearly said what he did. I don't have to prove any of this shit to you. I'm not even. You need no. Jr. needs to leave me alone for real. Oh, this is a lie. I didn't discharge a firearm that way. See, y'all have ideas and you're setting your ideas about me. All that dead Jew money on pills and weed, you haven't spent $1 of that Jew money that you call it on any pills. Red flag laws aren't, there's no red flag law here. Square and Robert background check JR around the same time. That's not my favorite song. I've just liked listening to it here lately. Oh my God. See, they're trying to make it, oh, he's dangerous, he's dangerous. No, my state law doesn't have red flag laws. You bring everything you get into yourself. No, no, no. I didn't I didn't start that filthy animal stream where they went out their way to call my police and stuff. No, I didn't. But YouTube's not the most important thing in your life. This being public and these being public people that act like complete malicious assholes, that's what's important and blows my mind. The sheriff don't like you because of you and your bullshit victim antics. Never eat. Besides that encounter here a while back, it's the first encounter I've had with that sheriff. And it wasn't negative, but it got intense a little bit at the end. But other than that, no. That sheriff don't have any reason to fucking hate. I've never done anything to him. I've never been disrespectful towards him. That's a lie. His grandpa has the gun, but it's in the house where Square can access it at any time. How would that be the case? Because number one, if my granddad did want to have it in the house, he could, yeah. Um, but he wouldn't tell me where he has it, especially if I'm smoking weed. Like he knows all the laws, and he loves me enough where he don't want me to be caught up in some technicality breaking the law and not intending to. So he's not going to do that. So you guys can make that theory up all you want to. It doesn't mean it's true. And I just think it's funny they don't get that. They don't even consider that. Or not funny, I just blows my mind, I guess is the right word. Do you not understand that you should not have a gun in your residence? Uh, Probably, yeah, currently, seeing as how I just stopped smoking weed and everything, currently, yeah. And that's what I've been telling you fucking dumbasses. I ain't running people's backgrounds. I did not antagonize anyone. I never ran anyone's background. I've seen anyone before they did me. You guys are all a part of the shit. You got my fucking logo up here. They don't have to let me get one. My family member already owns the one that I bought lawfully years ago and has it in his possession until I'm cleaned up. In other words, I'm off my Suboxone, off my weed, and I can legally own it. And notice how I didn't say that because I'm not so sure if I'm gonna stop the Ativan or not. But if I do stop it, guess what? Or if I don't stop it, guess what? It's between me and the fucking doctor. Yeah, he does think that, but that's not the law. See, that is exactly right. This is the one time this account I'll agree with what they say because that is what JR has got in his mind. He thinks I'm a mentally defective person who should never own a gun, right? But does his opinion matter though when it comes to the law, especially when his opinion is contrary to the law? Now, his opinion would be correct and factual if I don't know, I committed a crime and was found not guilty by insanity, or if I did refuse treatment and was crazy in a ward and went there and got committed formally in a court. Yeah, yeah, he would be correct in that. And then the only recourse I would have would be to uh, apply for apply after so much time for a grant for relief from firearm disabilities. But I don't have to do that. Do you not understand you should not be around a gun of any kind? No, I do not understand that because understanding that would be saying I stand under that, and I don't. Only currently in the current time in my current medical condition. But once that's cleared up, no, I can be around them. So what Square does, he pokes the bear and then runs and cries behind other people and cries victim. It is a big bad bear when it's 100, 200 people. Dumbass bitch. When did I admit I shouldn't own a gun? I didn't admit that. Take a long walk off a short bridge. How badly I fuck with people? I fuck with people? Really? Or have I gotten revenge back on them by some of the things like and tried to get back by playing videos that are funny other people made? Sure. I come back and pick fights because I have no. Oh, okay. All right. The David Koresh Dahmer shit. Wow. Ketamine will only fuck him up more and make his dream of killing people harder. You're sick. No, I know I've read it all before already. I'm reading it so it sinks into fucking JR's mind and all y'all. I'm not hiding from my comments now. I just didn't have the time to look at them last night. Wow. Alaska, fuck you. Nope, I did not renew my medical marijuana card. Sure didn't. I'm junkie trash sucking off the government's titty. How am I sucking off the government's titty when I don't have food stamps or anything else? Now, my Medicaid, I deserve that. So fuck you. But I ain't sucking off no government teat, you fucking dumbass. Queen yet again, but you know, you guys keep calling it what you want it to be, and then call me a liar. Ativan being prescribed does not keep someone from a firearm. Suboxone, under the ATF's position, it should. But that's, you know, that's their thing. It was their, whatchamacallit. And I read an Oklahoma thing that in Oklahoma they were saying if you have marijuana, yeah, you can have your gun and stuff, but not technically under federal law. And because, and they said the reason, and they said if you already owned it, you're fine. They said, but technically, after you get your license, if you have an active license, you can't purchase one, and because then you would be committing um, federal perjury on the form, the 444 form. But after a year of not having being a medical marijuana card holder, then I should get my right to be able to purchase weapons back. But right now, I don't have that ability. I sure don't. And I'm pretty sure that after it'd be out of my system, I would be more than legal. And I'm not talking about the marijuana, but the Suboxone too. Once those are both out of my system, be more than lawful under the law to be able to carry, even if I'm taking Ativan or if I'm not, or the Duloxetine. If you weren't addicted, you wouldn't need to taper, dummy. Really, really, really. Okay. So you're telling me that there's never been a chronic pain patient or anyone else that's been on medicine that hasn't came to a point where they thought they were taking too much and were starting to abuse it, or they just didn't like being on it anymore, so the doctor tapered them off. You're telling me people only taper who are addicted. Wrong. I'm not. I'm trying to get off the Ativan, and I have to taper because I'm physically dependent. Physical dependence and active addiction are two very different things. Check the medical literature. Check the authorities. Fuck, if you don't believe me, I don't have a job. Compare assets with him. I guarantee he makes you look like a fucking clown, you pussy. I don't care about his assets. See, again, you guys, elitism. Elite, oh, he's older. Of course, I hope he has assets. He's older than me. I didn't say I lied about it, and I didn't lie about it. I said that I could have been told something that JR didn't call him, but some other troll or something did. I admitted that, but I wasn't gonna like. Yeah, I told him, "Boo hoo, get over it," because it's not like I don't know, said his call his granddad and had the coroners go there to pick him up. It's not like I swatted his house and had the police in there several times. It's not like I had him forcefully and voluntarily held based on bullshit conjecture from two people on the internet. No, 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 no. I didn't do any of that stuff. So you're damn right. I was not about to apologize over some minor details of it being wrong or a mistake, what have you. It was minuscule. It was minuscule shit that he was trying to bring up and act outraged about. I didn't lie on him. I'm so fucking desperate for a come up because I ain't shit in life. You know what these people want me to do? They really they want me to break down. They want me to get fully committed. That's what the fuck they want. and we can't have that. So I'm removing this shit, closing those comments out. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to make my new YouTube account. I'm tired. This is just I can't do this anymore. I've got to go deep underground because I'm not gonna continue to be attacked and be called active in it. For actively, how can you actively participate in your own character being assassinated and you being lied about and talked shit to and threatened? How can you actively participate in that? Because those are illegal no matter which way you cut it. So there is no, oh, but he was actively participating with me, so I'm good. I didn't do anything wrong. It don't work like that. I think they think that they can pull something real quick over me, but they can't. Citizen Z was trying to he acted like he wasn't Workyverse, but man, y'all do a horrible job. Cause y'all were fucking horrible last time. If y'all don't think I couldn't tell all four of y'all from the very moment before as it's coming up, you didn't think that I knew you were all together. You're out of your mind. But I did play into it. I was like, what's going on with you guys? Like I fed into their shit. And they kept going at, oh, fuck you, like, and I don't want another thing. Y'all will never be able to do that shit again because Fusion to even say if you wants to use that word. All right, it's time to make a channel. The name gonna be that's a good name. I need to find me an image that I can like. Now what we'll do is we'll set up the live feature, although I'll probably not going to use it anytime soon. Find me. This should be easy. So I got a new phone number that no one's ever gonna get. You know, I think because no one's gonna believe this. That's fine. But I think that after a while, once reality sets in, that y'all's little so-called, as you call wrongfully, your little prized cow, you know, how prized am I gonna be when I'm not even around? Huh? I think some people are gonna start going through square withdrawals. So beware, other people of YouTube. People are going to get mad, and they may, in turn, decide to try to take it out on other people that they can attack or don't attack as hard for as they do me. So watch out. There's my knife. Always supposed to lose my damn. Always lose it. All right. The 6-digit verification code now. It's a good thing you can do this twice. So worst comes to worst, and they happen to ever find this fucking account. I may just make 2 just to be safe. Take me out of y'all's algorithm, everything. Well, well, got the new channel. So this past year, more than a year, has been bullshit. It's been fucking up. It's been fucked up. It's been unfair. Amos, you're wrong. Get out of here. Rogue, I left you up here, Rogue. I mean, you're friends with the workers and stuff. They shout you out. You ain't gonna, you really don't give a shit. So what do you got to say to come on here? Well, you don't own you. You don't control my life. I'm not your property. If no one wants me here, then why would you want to own me, you stupid fuck? Makes no, it just shows that you're fucked up. I'm not going to be taken by the state. And Kyle, yes, I know that's you. Taken by the state. Yeah, okay. You don't own me. The only thing you did was you committed threats made threats, committed malice actions online and offline towards me and my family. You are human garbage, always trying to get around a loophole or dirty ways to do stuff that you know you wouldn't do. OD on live. I can't do that when I'm not an addict, so it's kind of hard to do. You don't know anything about my life besides what you can assume or think or come up with. You don't know anything. So saying you know something is a flat out lie. And you know that. Yeah, I'm a deadbeat. Okay. Whatever you say, Kyle. Hey, uh, they come here with a warrant to search it. Sure, they can search it. I'm not gonna find anything on me. I ain't hiding shit. Yeah, and I'll tell that wellness check to go kick rocks after I tell them I'm fine. They just don't stop, Grandpa. They don't stop. They just don't stop. I'm gonna delete this. I'm deleting this account. Oh, Kyle, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing good. I'm depressed because I have to fucking. I'm depressed because I have to fucking basically go into hiding now because of this hate group. So no, can't believe what the cares these people have done to me. I don't care at all. The fuck do you want, MC?
No, good morning. What's going on? Hello?
I think you know what's going on. I'm having to make a whole new channel and leave because you people.
Was
That's all
making a
you do.
new channel really leaving? Didn't we find all the other old channels?
You're not gonna find this one.
It's not
And if you
scrolling at the
do,
bottom.
go to
It's not
another.
work. It's not work 332.
No.
No? You got 3 subscribers over there now.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I won't have any subscribers on this one because there won't be any activity for a while.
What are you trying to accomplish on YouTube? Like what's the end goal? Just like
Well,
blogging and daily life?
hopefully after I disappear for a while and can come back and do the content I want and maybe attract some actual nice people. And I'm gonna
What
attract some trolls, I know, everywhere.
what content
I
do
ain't
you want
never
to do?
doubted that. But hopefully they won't be trolls like you fuck asses.
Well, that right there, that's that engagement. That's that engagement that
That's
kind
not
of
no
nullifies.
engagement. That's how y'all have done me. Y'all have. You can't get mad that I see you as a fuck ass or call it engagement.
Well, I mean, we see you as a
It's me
crybaby
fucking
retard,
telling
but
how I think. Well, yeah, and you can say that, and you're not saying it as in your opinion. This stuff I have about you is my
you
opinion from
are
direct
retarded. You said
experience.
on
I
paper
am.
you're a retard, right? You have mental disabilities.
I
So
never
that's a
said I
fact.
had
It's factual.
mental disabilities besides, or I never said I was retarded. Shut up. You're trying to fucking get me all twisted up. Shut the fuck up.
You twist yourself
And
up
just
every day.
and just
What's the
and
point
just
though? Like,
because
so
you
Square, what kind of content are you gonna make? You've been on here for a year and a half and you haven't made any decent content once.
well, if you don't like my
What?
reactions or
Your
analysis
reactions
and
aren't
stuff
shit. You
like
pass
that.
out while you smoke a blunt and you cough in the microphone. That's not a good reaction.
All right, goodbye. I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. I don't care what you
Hello.
think. Yeah.
Hello, Square. Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? It's Krog.
Yes,
Can
I
you hear me?
can. You
Alright.
don't need to say it 3 times. I heard you. Yeah.
I think my audio was messing up. I think I couldn't hear you. How's it going? I heard you were talking about SHP last night. Or maybe, I don't know.
SHP. I didn't talk about no SHP.
You know, someone told me you were talking about it. I could come on and offer
No.
some.
MC was talking about him and saying that you did and brought you up with in a relationship. He brought him up. I have no idea who that guy is.
Okay. I'm not coming in swinging about it or anything. I just thought I could offer you some insight if you were talking about it, but that's okay. So, what you doing today? What's on the agenda for this show, Square? You got any topics?
No. I
What?
just it just sucks that the whole time I was on here, all the stuff times I took up for other people, everything like this is how I'm gonna be done.
What's wrong? What's happening? I don't really follow your channel too closely. Pop in now and then to see what's going on. What's the
You
current
have no
problem?
idea. You're telling me you have no idea the work you do. I've seen you over there. Like I know you know what the work you first does with me.
Yeah. I speak to some of them, but get on and stuff. But I don't follow what they're doing as much. I mainly just see them passing sometimes. A lot of them go on similar channels I go on. I don't follow them specifically, or what you're doing much of the time. I just thought, see how you're doing. How's life? What are the workyverse
Like I
doing?
said,
What are they doing
dude,
now?
for a year, since a year ago, since some people had told them my name and stuff, and then they found my YouTube account and they put that out. Which once they put that out, I got basically doxxed, and then I was doxxed further because this other guy was trying to be acted like he was trying to be nice to me and was going to send me something to help the streaming. I gave him my address, but the little dickhead did it because he knew that I had moved, that they wouldn't be able to get my current address or my new address, only current one. So he basically took that and he sold that to the Workyverse.
Well, I've never asked you for any of your details. You know that. I wouldn't ask for your
Doesn't
details, but
now
I
it's
don't even know
all
your name.
it doesn't matter. It's all out there. I'm Ian Jagger Wilson. I'm living in Haytown, Missouri. I mean, it's all out there.
That's my first time hearing all that. Is you telling me? I actually didn't know your name, but okay.
It's Ian. Middle name's Jagger for Mick Jagger.
Stop saying it. Stop saying it. It's not good for you, man. People like me who
Doesn't
don't know your
matter.
name just told it to you.
What the fuck do you want again? Told you to kick rocks.
I was just trying to figure out what's the direction for the channel.
Let some
I
people.
think
Let's all have a chat.
You
I
don't
think-
need to know the
Who's in the
direction for the channel because you're not going to be around the
no,
channel.
like your
Goodbye.
old channel. I don't even care about your new channel.
Who, me? Are you okay there, Square? You seem a bit hostile today.
No, not after last night. I am not doing too well, no, because these people
What happened
do
last night?
nothing but I just the way I'm treated, kicked around and everything. It's just fucked up.
No, that's not
These
good, I
people
guess.
start this. These people start this shit, and they act like that I'm not allowed to respond or react or anything, or because if I do, then I'm not a victim if I'm reacting. How is me reacting and talking about the shit that you people have done, the wrongful shit, against term shit, and probably borderline some of the illegal shit? How am I fucking null and void just because I'm talking and bringing it up?
It does
You
seem
know
they go
what?
a bit far.
That's stupid.
They do go a bit far sometimes. I'll give you that.
Dude, they have called the funeral director, Filthy Animal has, who is the funeral person for my granddad's funeral services, and told the
Yeah.
coroner that he had died and pretended to be me. They've called my church and tried to impersonate my granddad. Now they got AI software, so now they're gonna. I definitely have to get off this channel, and I gotta leave one community post saying that any stuff calls made that are used, like if we get calls to the police or anything, and they've used the AI voice or anything, they really better say their prayers because it will be tracked.
Do you know who?
I've already notified the police about it, and they might
Do you know?
not give a shit, but I don't care. My
Do you know
lawyer
who Lord
will.
CP is?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's trying to change his channel, and they all just follow him around.
That
He,
Facebook that I gave to just a few people, and that was not me doxing myself. They were supposed to, keep that between me and they were supposed. That's how I fucked up online. Is that I trusted people too quickly in the wrong way. That's how I got doxxed.
well, I would just keep trying to do your show. That's what CP did, and he has gotten some actual real fans just by continuing. The trolls are always going to be there, unfortunately. They're not something you can really shake, but I would just keep going with it, man. I mean, Lord CP did it, and it seems to be working out well for him. Do you know who Lamahawk is? I think he goes by another name, but I'm not sure what it is.
He was up here. That was the guy that was up here.
Oh, do you not want to let him back up? Maybe we could have a talk about this.
About what?
About all the stuff that's going on.
Huh?
About all the stuff that's been going on. He seems to be a part of it. Why not have him up and we'll have a little conversation about it? No? I'd like to
He's
hear
on.
his
You ain't gonna hear nothing but lies and bullshit. But okay.
well, let's get to the truth. I'll remain unbiased, okay? I'll call it down the middle. Is he come back up or have you unblocked him? I don't know how it works.
I unblocked him. Whether or not he comes back up, I have no idea.
Alright, no worries. Yeah, I'm just interested what he's got to say. It's always interesting to hear these things from both sides. I don't know, give us something to talk about anyway, at least, I guess.
Hey, 6 days ago, breaking news. Check this out. Let's check this out real quick, bro. I don't think
What would-
you live in the U.S., although you might, but this is U.S. related news.
That's okay.
You don't
Are you-
mind. I got to take you down. Don't go anywhere. I just had to take you down because I'm gonna remove the banner. And dude, you got to understand, like, I know you ain't got no issue with those guys, so you shouldn't have any issues with me, but I've been burned way too many times, so don't take it wrong. I'll have you right back as soon as this video's done.
The Second Amendment that came out yesterday, and a federal appeals court has ruled that a decades-old law prohibiting users of illegal drugs from owning firearms is unconstitutional as applied to the case of marijuana user. And this ruling is a result of the United States Supreme Court ruling last year, New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruen, which was decided while this case was pending. And we're going to want to talk about this one because this has major implications. Guys, our country is in trouble. Conservatives are being canceled and major brands are going woke just to stay relevant. From Hollywood to beer, it's getting ridiculous. I don't know about you, but I'm doing the best I can to stop giving my hard-earned money to woke brands. I recently found out that the razor company I had been using for a long time had recently gone woke as well. That's why I made the change to Jeremy's Razors. Jeremy's was created because Harry's pulled their ads from the Daily Wire's podcast for value misalignment. So the Daily Wire created Jeremy's Razors as an alternative for people who want to shop at a brand that supports their values, which features a flip-back trimmer for a more precise made to fight irritation and charcoal body wash, which is, there's no wokeness. Subscribe to this channel down below. Let's talk about this huge decision. A 3-judge panel in the Fifth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals concluded that a federal law violated a Mississippi man's right to keep and bear arms under the United States Constitution's Second Amendment. The man, whose name is Patrick Daniels, had been convicted under that law after law enforcement found a pistol and a semi-automatic rifle in his vehicle during a traffic stop, along with some marijuana roaches or marijuana cigarette butts. Now, during this whole process, nobody administered a drug test, even the United States Drug Enforcement Administration. Even though Daniels admitted that he sometimes smoked marijuana, which federally is prohibited. So as a result, he was sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison. Now on the screen is the case that came out yesterday, and this is the United States of America versus Patrick Darnell Daniels Jr. And the judges said, Title 18 U.S.C. 922G3 bars an individual from possessing a firearm if he is an unlawful user of a controlled substance. Patrick Daniels is one such unlawful user. He admitted to smoking marijuana multiple days per month, but the federal government presented no evidence that he was intoxicated at the time of arrest, nor did it identify when he last used marijuana. Still, based on his confession to regular usage, a jury convicted Daniels of violating Section 922G3. The question is whether Daniels' conviction violates his right to bear arms. The answer depends on whether Section 922G3 is consistent with our nation's historical tradition of firearm regulation. It is a close and deeply challenging question. Throughout American history, laws have regulated the combination of guns and intoxicating substances, but at no point in the 18th or 19th century did the government disarm individuals who use drugs or alcohol at one time from possessing guns at another. A few states banned carrying a weapon while actively under the influence, but those statutes did not emerge until well after the Civil War. Section 922G3, the first federal law of its kind, was not enacted until 1968, nearly 2 centuries after the Second Amendment was adopted. In short, our history and tradition may support some limits on an intoxicated person's right to carry a weapon, but it does not justify disarming a sober citizen based exclusively on his past drug usage. nor do more generalized traditions of disarming dangerous persons support this restriction on nonviolent drug users. As applied to Daniels, then, Section 922G3 violates the Second Amendment. We reverse the judgment of conviction and render a dismissal of the indictment. That is huge.
I was just about to say that is fucking huge.
That is absolutely huge. We have seen many of these federal prohibitions be struck down post-Bruen, and I'm assuming this will be appealed. However, it is unconstitutional. You might remember in the Bruen decision that the
Maybe in the future, then I can, if I want to go back to smoking, I can. But my last day I smoked was yesterday. I'm not smoking today. I don't have any. I don't plan to go get any.
justice is the majority of the Supreme
So maybe one day in the future, after more of these cases come out and they fucking, I would feel safe for being able to do that. And, but I'm trying to get myself in the position to where I can defend myself, because I don't not take seriously any of the threats that's been made upon me by these people. Because like they love to boast, we got money, we got this, I got that, I'm highly educated, I'm this and that. We are. I could see them coming down here to try to encounter me or come upon me to do something. And I'm not going to be caught with my pants down, if you know what I mean.
Court said that the only test for whether a government restriction on our right to keep and bear arms could be held could be held constitutional, is if it was consistent with the text, the Second Amendment, and the history and tradition of firearm regulation at the time of the adoption.
Since Bruen has come down, now all of this stuff, all of these new, less than, not even some of them less than 20, 30 years old, 40, 50, all these new laws that were enacted to, some would argue, to restrict minorities and other things. I mean, it's all a matter of, how you feel. They give us always the general reasons why they sign certain things into law, but obviously what they signed in here to law is it's not right, because if somebody who actively recreationally uses alcohol can possess a firearm, then so should someone actively recreationally or medically using marijuana. Now, while they're under the influence, no. Not with alcohol. Same thing should apply with marijuana.
Option of the Second Amendment, 1791. None of these federal restrictions were on the books back then. So guess what that means? And you're going to continue to see them fall one by one. And when I tell you guys and gals that the gun controllers are petrified, that some politicians are petrified, that Americans will be able to exercise their rights again, I'm not downplaying that. Seriously, the pillars of gun control have been fractured to the core, and there is no repairing them. As long as the Bruen decision stands and the Heller decision stands. Also of interest in this, when I read this case, was U.S. Circuit Judge Stephen Higginson, who is an Obama appointee, in his concurring opinion agreed, while noting that many other gun safety laws, his words, not mine, had likewise been struck down since the Supreme Court's ruling. And he also urged the Supreme Court to provide more guidance in a case that it has agreed to hear in its next term here coming up, saying last year's ruling, the Bruen decision, could otherwise result in the dismantling of the laws that have served to protect our country for generations. Even though he's an Obama-appointed judge, he concurred with this decision, saying that this violated the Second Amendment. That's huge for a Democrat-appointed justice. Now, that case that he's mentioning will decide whether a 1994 federal law that bars people under domestic violence restraining orders from possessing firearms violates the Constitution's Second Amendment or not. We've chronicled that path thus far, and it is another section under 922G that is poised to be no more. There is a lot happening in our legal world, guys and gals, as it pertains to our Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. And if you want to stay in the know, subscribe to this channel down below.
Subscribe to
Join this
this
Crowing
channel.
Freedom family. And like I said, text history and tradition. And if you want this shirt, which says just that, I'll have a link down below. It's a phenomenal shirt, and I love wearing it.
Molon Lobby. Molon Lobby. All right. We got co-host Krog here. Here MC's here. So y'all finally got a link together to come on.
Hello,
What's up?
Krog. Hello, Square.
I just want to tell the trolls who say you can't have a gun, the right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, trolls?
You're not even American, Krog.
That's the
Don't,
only part.
don't do that, Krog. Like I can tell you, don't. Whatever.
I was actually taking your side. I think everybody should be allowed a gun, but
I'm not sure if you're
Fair
aware of co-host Krog, but he doesn't get the name co-host Krog because he's not an excellent co-host.
thank you. But yeah, I was agreeing with you, Square. I think everyone should be allowed a gun. Absolutely. I don't know
Be
why all the
careful
people
though, Krog.
Not sex offenders, not people convicted of violent felonies. I don't. But then again, I mean, that's my opinion.
Child-
So, and what I would think it should be.
Krog,
But
I would say be careful
if
because
the
I was agreeing with Square last night, and he doxed me again this morning on his community tab.
You can't be
Wasn't very
doxxed.
nice, Square.
What about
Don't
that
keep it up.
thing about? What about that thing about you can't be doxxed again?
Well, I'm
MC?
glad you brought that up because you're the one that doxed yourself then when you first came on your original streams.
No, I didn't. No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
It's on the archives. Everyone be
No,
sure
I
to
didn't.
subscribe to the archives.
What video is it?
It's like, I mean, I don't know the title of it. He gave, the archives gave wonky titles to some of the original old stuff, but it's on there. You used to give out your phone number too. Before you had StreamYard, you ran a
And
call-in
guess
show.
what? And guess
What?
No.
You did. You ran a
Guess
call-in
what?
show. What?
That wasn't my cell phone either. Another thing,
It was your
I
old
didn't
phone.
give my
You
name
changed
out.
it twice.
My Facebook was given to people that gave it to
Did
other
that have your name?
people online, and Ghost had my YouTube account and showed it, which had my
Long
name.
before Ghost
So he
found you.
No,
Krog?
no.
I don't think Krog
MC,
knows who
stop
Ghost is,
arguing with me
everybody.
on this. It doesn't
I don't know
matter.
about any of
Well,
that.
you're trying to split hairs with me when you put my legal name back on your community.
I
web
ain't
page,
got a
so
split.
you
Sure
are splitting
did.
hairs.
I mean, and you
And-
did
and you
your
have
shit
no
last
proof.
night, like
I was
trying to
trying to-
get me to think.
Square, I was trying to
I have no
inform you
proof
last
of
night
what?
that Fusion
I have
created
lot
an
of proof.
AI, and you're blaming me now. Now you're casting blame upon me.
No, you're trying to troll me with this shit, and you and
Why-
Fusion have both
Square, I've been
worked
trying to
on
help
it.
you from day one. I told you Fusion was
No, you
against
have
you.
not. You have not.
I
You have
gave you
came
that
on
old.
here and
No,
you
I
have
gave you your old
done
website that had your legal
idiotic
name
stuff,
on it.
called me a
That
faggot.
Ghost found your
You
dancing.
talked about my mom. You talked about everything.
You talked
uh,
about my mom, my wife, and children before I ever crossed any of those lines.
No.
Square, I
no,
waited for you to cross any
no.
line before any line was ever crossed. I thought we were having fun.
Wrong.
You came on here as a troll, trolling Johnny Gobble, so I thought we were playing troll games.
Lie. I didn't come on
Hey,
here as a
Krog,
troll,
do you
trolling
have
Johnny
questions?
Goble. Came on
Let's-
here
Yeah,
to
you did
interview
troll Johnny
Johnny
Gobble.
Goble.
You did.
I came on here to interview him, and then I made videos making fun of him.
You came on here to
because
simp for
everybody-
Ryan Upchurch
because
and protect
I
him
was
from
under
Johnny
the-
Gobble.
No, because stop lying.
Yes.
I'm taking you right here. You're not going to keep lying. Because I was under the delusion or the false belief that he was a predator. All right, and he's not. It was made up. It was made up by several different troll channels and shit, and carried it forward. And I listened to it. I believed it. And once I found out it wasn't true, and everybody was saying it wasn't true and showing how it wasn't true, I took every video down, not privated, I deleted them. I took them down, and I apologized to that man one-on-one, publicly, in every which way. So do not say I came on here to do shit for Ryan for him. Shut the fuck up.
Well, this question, Square. Did you kick Llama Hawk?
Yes.
No, he's back. He was put
Okay.
down, so he couldn't talk.
Oh, okay.
He likes
Alright.
to talk with
I think-
people.
Did you post his full legal name this morning?
Yeah, his name's Matthew Hecken. This
Would you not
guy
understand?
has fucking done.
Yeah, you don't
Croak was
understand. He gets a
talking.
little bit upset if you do that. If you're gonna do things like that,
I
it's gonna
don't
upset
care.
people a little bit.
I don't. If it's gonna upset them, then they should have never done it to me.
You did it to yourself. You just said, and actually, Square, when you had your
No,
Instagram,
no.
Hold
Shut up, MC.
Square, when you
Shut
had your
up. Shut up. I don't care about being doxxed at this point. I cared back then. But you people still care because you hide behind those fucking cartoon character faces. Okay, maybe you don't. Now you want to take your camera down because you're not. Whatever, dude. Listen. You're not gonna do this gaslighting mental fucking game you're pulling with me. All right, you either want to talk to him or talk about something. I don't even know why I'm talking to you, to be honest, because I don't plan to talk to you or Steve anymore once this live ends.
I thought we were going to get to the bottom of this.
We're not getting to the bottom of anything. The bottom of it is here. These people have declared that they own me, that this and that and this, and that they're going to, and never stop.
But if you're
Or
going to
saying
post,
shit, or they're saying shit like this.
Square, I have a question though. Even after you retracted those statements about Johnny Gobble, did you not keep that fake paperwork up on your Instagram for like several months afterwards?
This is Kyle. Look, see this right here, Krog. This is why I dox them back, because they do this. They're doxing. That's my name. It's my granddad's name, and that's my address, and that's them threatening for a false wellness check.
why do they think you're holding him hostage?
They don't think that. They know it's not true.
Okay, I see. You can't think that for
I'm
no
not
reason.
unstable. I'm not incoherent, unstable, bipolar, or against.
Square, what did we talk about
You're-
giving these things energy? I mean, aren't you, by highlighting them and like focusing on them, aren't you just giving them energy?
You'll never have one. I'll dare you to get one. I don't have one currently, except in my family's possession, but I will take possession of it, and you won't do shit.
What are you going to use your gun for?
To just defend myself like a normal person if we're shooting at the range for fun.
Or on the
you
side of
use-
the road. He'd pull over on the
I
side of
heard
the
of
road
it.
and just
It
shoot in
wasn't
the
on
woods.
the side of the road. That was outside the county city limits,
That's up-
and it's
up
perfectly
on
legal to do
Fusions.
that there.
That clip's
Yeah,
up
and
on Fusions.
and guess what? I've had the police come there before, and because someone called, they heard gunshots.
Are you clapping when
I
you
guess
speak?
they're driving around. I was hitting my hand. The police came out there, and they said, "What? Hey, what's going on? What are you doing?" I was like, "Just practicing shooting." And they said, "Oh, they're like, okay." People had said, I was like, "It's legal, Anna. I mean, I'm outside the city limits." They're like, "Yeah, it's legal out here. Yeah." So I didn't. That wasn't
Legal and like
me
safe
shooting.
practices are two different things, though, right? Like, was that the safest practice?
I was shooting out towards a river that went on and on and on, and I was shooting into the river. So I don't think the bullet would have went anywhere else other than in the river.
You mentioned going to the gun range. I know a guy who likes to go to the gun range. It
Pack
seems
it
like a
up,
fun
Jimmy.
place to
You're
go.
done today.
I used to go with my father. I've been with my grandfather before, and I want to get back into it.
Crow, could we hear
I
that
need to
story
get my
about your friend at the gun range?
Well, he decided to go to the gun range on live stream, and he was talking about how he'd been drinking beforehand. He was getting
See
Uber
this?
there. What?
calling me
You have
sexual
a
predator and stuff.
guest on panel that's
Oh.
telling you a story, Square.
I'm sorry, Carl. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he heads on down to the gun range. He's on live stream. He tells everyone that he's drunk. So he gets to the gun range. He starts shooting, and I think he's shooting for maybe 3 minutes. And some people phoned the gun range and told him he was drunk, and he got chucked out. So I'd be careful about that if you're going to go to the gun range. I think someone emailed all the local gun ranges next to his house too.
You said what?
My friend who likes to go to the gun range, he can't go anymore
Why?
because he went to the gun range drunk and live streamed it.
And made
someone,
threats.
Oh.
He was making threats to others, wasn't he? Also.
yeah, he said he was going to kill people. And then someone emailed all the local gun ranges.
Yeah, that's fucked up. So now he can only go, out in the county or somewhere or outside the city.
I don't think
Be
he's done at
careful
all.
with that. Yeah, I don't think he should if he's doing shit like that. But there again, it's a God-given right outlined by the Constitution, and unless the law deems he's done something to where he can't have it, then he's legally able to have it. I mean, is it scary? Yeah, he probably needs to be reported if he done that. But here again, you guys could just be filling me full of hot air.
Do you not think it was concerning that he was drunk?
Yes, that's concerning. Yeah. Can we address Square? No.
Why do they think you support the murder?
Why is he so obsessed with guns when he can't own one? The milkman. I just can't right this moment
Well, then,
with the state I'm in. So,
then you
and
can't
because
right now. We're sitting here.
A supporter of the Second Amendment, and I like to stay up to date on current events. That is why I'm talking about this stuff. Moving on.
Why do they think you support the murder of kids? What does that mean? That doesn't seem like something
I
you
don't support the murder. Yeah, no, of course I don't. That they all say this crazy shit because they've got. I mean, when you have 100 to 200 people who come in alive and agree with the flow of the chat and the comments, no matter how outrageous they are, you've got a lot of power compared to one person that you're going up against. They're doing this all to one person while they've got numbers on numbers on numbers on numbers on numbers.
You got 200 people in chat?
That's pretty good.
Not 200 people in chat. I said there's 100, 200 solid Workyverse chatters and people that engage to help with this shit that don't have channels. You have all those people in there right now on all, there's not even any under their real name besides Shan.
Alicia in chat saying that maybe murder of kids meant abortion. Is that what you support? Do you support abortion?
No, I'm actually glad that they outlawed it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Under federal law, marijuana is illegal too. Yeah, and didn't you just see the case of the guy who got that thrown out and said that it violated the Second Amendment? Because they charged him because they just found roaches on it near him and the firearm. He got convicted, and guess what? It got overturned. Now that doesn't mean that I'm fucking ready to go out and try to get my shit and to fight the federal prohibition bullshit that's still going on. Like, I'm not an activist, so but that's a clear example that the times are changing.
Okay. So why did someone tell me you were talking about SHP last night? I think my name might have been brought up.
I wasn't. MC brought up SHP and stuff he was doing. He brought you up saying using it. So MC, go ahead and explain yourself about that.
Square was concerned because
you made a AI generated. Explain.
Are we gonna have a conversation?
Yeah, explain
I
the
was
truth.
explaining it.
You
interrupted me.
You made an AI.
I didn't make an AI. I told you about the AI.
You made an AI generated voice clone of me, and you had me say something about SHP. You had to have, otherwise Krog wouldn't be talking about it.
Krog. So,
Well,
as you see in chat, several people like to make allegations against Square, and he was giving.
You can only talk when I bring you up here, so you got to understand that. Now talk.
As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. He was giving the people in chat power. They like to make these allegations that Square's a diddler. And I said, Square, ignore it. There's real serious predators out there. For example, this SHP guy. You're aware of him. Yeah. You're aware of co-host Krog. He's been on your panel a few times. Yesterday, he said some vile things to Krog about his children. And I was giving him those examples, and we were discussing what actually happened on ZDR's panel yesterday.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
But actually, Square thought that perhaps you did something to provoke SHP. He said that you are a known provocateur.
No, I said, well, you're known to be a troll, I thought, and provoke. I said you might have. I didn't say I knew you did, because I hadn't known anything about what you were talking about.
I think you're right.
Your art. I'm about to take you off. Please, swear to God.
Why?
Right,
I was just giving Krog a resource so he could see what was said about him yesterday.
Yeah,
I think Square's
right. And now that you got the AI shit, you could edit things and insert audio into those videos.
I don't have any AI stuff.
And then not even be me. Yes, you do.
I don't.
So I think Square's right.
Yes, you do.
I think I do provoke
I
people.
I ain't got to know it. I know you do.
I don't have it. I told you about it. I wouldn't tell you about it if it was mine.
You told us about last night, and the way you and Fusion done all that, it was clear to me, Andrea, and anyone else with a half a brain, that y'all was all trying to troll last night. Okay. That y'all were all trying to troll last night, and guess what? You both admitted that you had the AI. Even Fusion admitted at one point both of y'all was doing it. Yes, you did.
Play back the tape.
So I'll agree with Square just to end this argument a little bit. I do provoke people sometimes online. I'm a bit like that. But I don't think any amount of provocation warrants what he threatened to do to my children. No?
That's an excellent point.
I don't think anything I could have done would make that right. If he threatened to kill me or do something horrible to me, that's fine, but what do you think about that, Square?
What? Sorry.
Do you think there's any amount of provocation that would make it okay for him to say he was going to do something horrible to my children?
No, the provocation does not give people right. I can see it happening on smaller stuff, and I wouldn't, I'd be like, okay, well, he shouldn't have done that, but at the same time, people aren't right. Like, I have said that a lot recently. I've said that even with when Matthew doxed me and stuff, like me doxing him back, like
I never doxed you. I've never doxed anyone.
I know that's wrong. Yes, you have. You're a liar. And like I came, and took responsibility on myself publicly by saying, like I was wrong doing that. And people think I try to excuse it when I try to explain why things happen the way they do. No, I'm trying to give you the full picture of why it happened, what was going through my head, and why I did it. It's not an excuse. If I was using it as an excuse, then I would say, well, they did that, so I don't give a shit. That would be excusing it. No, but if I say, well, they had started with me, and instead of me turning the other cheek, I returned it back on them. Is it right? Technically, no. Is it common? Is it considered right by some people? Yeah, it is. I mean, tit for tat and all that shit.
Krog.
Goose for the gander.
Do you remember I came up here?
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
Do you remember I came up here talking about Mr. Moses before, and you got a bit of heat for it? And then it turned out I was right. Yeah?
Well, I mean, I don't know how much you were right about. The only thing right was that he's
on video
vile and
saying he's going to do horrible things to my female family members and stuff. The guy is a sexual predator. I was right when I said that. I've got the videos on my channel if you don't believe me. But
Well, I'd be, I don't have any problem with helping you because but if you're working with a working person, I was gonna say on books, but
I
just
don't.
about the time
I don't work
I
with
just
where work.
decided to say
I just sort of. I know a
because
couple of members of the work. I
because
know a couple.
books is that they want to talk about me, books, drinking, and dashing. You know that he woke up hungover, still alcohol in the system, and dashed. Or you just know he has. And
Well,
you got to wonder, has he ever dashed or went for a dash or got a dash on his phone and he happened to be at home and had already started drinking? I don't want to think he did, but, come on. I mean, he
well,
wouldn't be the first person that thinks they can drive while they're drunk.
I've been doing a bit of digging on books, and I found one of his old friends. His name's
Awesome.
Yeah. I've been doing some digging, and I found one of his friends, Trell, and we managed to phone him up. And it turns out they weren't friends; they were actually in a relationship. He's a guy, Trell, which I thought was wild.
I don't
About
believe that.
it's true. I'll be releasing the recorded call soon.
No, I'm sure that you have a call and everything with somebody, but I'm not so certain that that person really knows books or anything.
He's
Definitely
mentioned
don't believe the fact that he was in a relationship with a guy named Trell.
Well, Books
And
was actually in a
even if
relationship with Jimmy before too.
I heard that one, but I didn't know if it
only
was true. But after hearing about Trell, it maybe is true. You never see books with a girl, so maybe that's just
okay,
the way.
well, why are y'all attacking him that way? I mean,
I was just bringing up
that's not
something.
cool.
I thought it was interesting. I thought I should bring it up. Uh,
And
sorry.
the way y'all talk about, isn't this wrong and isn't that wrong? Isn't it wrong for you guys to constantly be putting pressure on books? I mean, especially if when he gets mad, he'll say stuff like
He
that,
threatened to skin
whether
my
he's
mum.
wrong or not.
He said he had my sister's address and he was going to kill her. So really, I don't feel any sympathy at all for exposing the man.
Are you from the U.S.
What?
or you live in the U.S.? You live in the U.S.
Yeah, why not?
If I may ask.
What?
Okay, well, you don't. I'm gonna say that you don't then. And so if you
He
don't,
just said he does.
I mean, he said, sure, why not? And you laughed. So I take that as no.
He was fast there, square. I'll give you that. Okay, I'm in the UK, but it doesn't matter. It's still an actionable threat. He said he had her address and he was going to kill her.
I never threatened any workyverse women, and I
Not you.
don't abuse them. I
Not you.
told them that
You have a
I'm
co-host
answering
here
this
that's
guy.
asking
I'm
you
still got to
questions.
address this. Shut up,
You're
dude, or I
giving
will
it
kick
energy
you
and
off this
power.
fucking thing. You give me bad energy and power. You know that? No, you can't talk. You're a spineless, pathetic horror cow. You're going to be put down. See, again,
Who said that? Come on.
Kyle Vickery is who said that. And I know that's you, Kyle. Just because you don't talk with caps and other times you think you can try to make it seem like they're different people. That is Kyle fucking Vickery, 120%. If I'm wrong, then may God strike me down where I stand.
God damn it, Kyle. Stop it. So yeah, what were we talking about? I got confused.
When you say shit, when you're an individual like you and you say this right here, prove it. That thanks for the non-admission admission. That's what people call it. That's what experts and stuff will call that. It's kind of
So,
redundant, but that's technically what it is. When
so
you
you're
accuse somebody of something, they're like, prove it.
so you're complaining
And
about
especially the way. Hold on, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the threats in the comments. They're obviously concerning, aren't they? And they're just from
Yeah,
nameless people.
I'm gonna put you down. Oh, he's not nameless. I'm a nut job defect in his opinion. You can't
Okay.
hide from me. How much you want to bet that you won't know where I'm at anymore? Doing videos and stuff. How much you want to fucking bet, Howard?
They'll find you, Square Man. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Like, you can't start a YouTube channel and hide. It doesn't work that way. That's why I'm saying you should just persevere with this and try and push through the trolling, I guess.
If I start a YouTube channel and I do it with a narrator voice and stuff and cover stuff, they'll never know it's even me.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Yeah. Are we gonna let Llama Hawk back up? Maybe he'll be more polite this time.
Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna be beat on live. Look, you can't hide from me, dude. You just admitted that you're Kyle.
Didn't Krog just chastise them and tell them they were being big meanies and to cut it out?
I did. Kyle, give it a rest. Okay, not making threats in the comments.
I'm gonna put you down. This never ends. You're a nut job defect. You're gonna be put down. Bullet in the head. You're gonna be put down. Bullet in the head. All right, and people want to know why I'm concerned and want to make it to where I can lawfully take possession of my former lawfully purchased and used to be in possession firearm. This is why.
I think you should have a gun. These stats seem horrible. And they're interacting with real life, you know. There's a lot of haters in the chat, isn't there?
I know, Worky Leaks, and man, I'm gonna make you a mod. You're like the one person I've seen that's come into the chat that is actually,
Did you tell Worky Leaks you were stealing his website?
I didn't steal his website. All I did was I made a workyverseleaks.com.
Wasn't that the name he was going with? I mean,
no, he already had a domain and stuff. He said, I thought, and hell, if I did, I'll fucking, if he wants it back, I'll fucking release it so he can get it. I made that website because of what Filthy done with his website. But
what's the
I
website?
thought about it, and I said, if I ever get his information, I said, it's not going on the website or anything. It's not going on YouTube. I made that vow to myself here recently. I said, if I do, or when I do, more like it, find out who Filthy is, I'm not going to do what I've done in the past before, even though he would deserve it. But I'm not going to dox him. No. Because that would be what he'd like that. What do you mean? What did he do to me? He's done everything. He's behind 90% of the shit.
Oh, is he the boss of the Workyverse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you knew that already.
I don't know the structure. I just know lots of individual people, and I speak to them. I sometimes meet them on panel. I'm not that familiar with the Workyverse. I don't know why they don't believe me. I'm more from the CP sort of Cyrax sector.
Yeah, and I'm not a Cyrax. I mean, and these people try to compare me to fucking Cyrax and shit. I am not anything like that dude.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you are. If I did, I wouldn't be up here chatting to you. I'd be annoying you with everybody else. So don't judge me too quickly.
I don't like how he, I looked into it, and that's why I can't hardly stand to even look at content that's talking about him, because those people that are talking about him, that like they really shouldn't even be giving him the time of day, because I mean, he's they believe that he's had CP and stuff like that, or something about a blind dude that he might have abused. Like, why would you want to even give him any attention at all? Like,
No, they just bully Cyrax. That's what they do. It's sort of
Worky
punishing.
Leak. I'm trying to make Worky Leaks a mod. And how come this came up on my StreamYard, but it's not in my YouTube live chat?
They're calling you
You know,
square up.
Worky Leak. No, but how do they do that? How can somebody comment in your StreamYard live?
He probably
Which is really
self-deleted
YouTube
it.
live.
Someone said you shot your neighbor's fridge. Is that true?
No, I had an accident. I had a accident. I had an accident. You know, I'm not the only person. Even police officers sometimes have issues and accidents. I had
Absolutely.
one accident with a fucking gun on my own. The
How did that
slide
happen?
was not. Well, I was clearing it and practicing dry fire in my room, pointed downward at the floor, or if I did, I'd point up, but I didn't have the magazine in. You know, I had the magazine out. I was doing that, and then I started to practice clearing. So I put the magazine in my gun. And I was going through those exercises. And then at a point, I got to sitting right on the edge of my bed with it, and Brownie was on the floor, and I had it pointing in what I thought was a safe direction. It was, you know, towards the wall, away from me and Brownie, and I really don't know. It must have I must have assumed or just thought that I hadn't. You
What's
know,
Brent?
and that was my mistake. That was my mistake. I should have made sure to double check the top of the firearm to see if there was a cartridge in it, because there obviously was, and it needed to be fired to reset, and so I thought I was dry firing it, and when I was sitting there, all of a sudden it goes off, and I'm not expecting it to or anything, so it does, and I'm ears ringing, Brownie's afraid, like, and I just started. I just started freaking out. I was, I had stuff that came across my hand from it. Like I could have probably almost taken off my finger or something. I mean, it was a bad accident, and it shook me up. It really did. And since then, I can't tell you how many hours of videos and stuff I've been reading and rereading just to make sure I have all of those points in my brain so that in the future it does never happen again.
That's a good idea. It's very responsible.
I mean, and it doesn't. It said he said he's in YouTube, but man, you're not in YouTube.
What?
Square check back chat. I've emailed you some of these screenshots in the past. I don't know if you're not getting my emails or what, but
always read your emails.
Worky Leak, I wanted to make you a mod, but I can't. So I mean that's why. Well, MC's got screenshots of Worky Leaks talking shit about me on Gene and Birds, and maybe he did,
What do you think of Gene?
Oh, now I'm a liar. I was high apparently, and I shot you motherfucker. I had 3. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's a fucking lie.
You've told of at least 2.
The one when I was 10 years old hunting with my granddad doesn't count.
Well, it's still an accidental discharge, and you've told the story.
So?
Well, I just was wondering how it didn't count, I guess.
it didn't count because it happened when I was 10 years old and it was a hunting fucking accident. And it happened when I was 10 years old. It doesn't fucking do anything. And whoever that asshole is, I know who it is. But
Listen. Two's only one more. Two's only one more than one, so it's not that big a deal.
well, no, what it was I was, just young and I didn't know what I was doing.
I guess that makes sense. Someone said you shot your neighbor.
I
Did
was-
the bullet go into your neighbor's fridge? Did that actually happen?
The neighbor was not home. Nobody was home.
That's pretty wild.
There
Yeah,
was no kids out there.
that's lucky.
No,
Well,
I
did-
wouldn't call it luck. I would call it blessed.
You call it what?
Blessed.
Yeah.
Because had it done something to somebody, I wouldn't probably been able to live with myself.
Yeah, because if someone was in that fridge trying to look for stuff to make a sandwich or something, it could have ended a lot worse.
Yeah, I know that. I understand that very much.
That's good. Well, you seem like a responsible gun owner to me. I don't know why everyone's chatting about this. You've made a mistake and you've tried to learn from
Oh,
it. I guess.
come on, bro. Come on. Yeah.
You said you watched hours of YouTube videos and stuff so that it never happened again. I was being serious. Like you addressed it. You realized you made
Yeah,
something.
it didn't seem like you were being serious for saying. I don't see why everyone's doing that. So obviously you can see why they're making a big deal. They're trolls and they're using stuff that I, talked about to share, which I could have just never even talked about. Then they wouldn't know Jack Diddley. And they just try to anything I've shared to try to add on. They just always try to take it and add another layer of and say, see that supports this bullshit, and this bullshit supports that. And this is because this. This is because of fuck. Square was high also when I killed 2 people. Apparently, I didn't kill 2 people. I was in a wreck that they caused, unfortunately, that they probably didn't mean to. Just like I didn't mean to do what I did.
Square, I have a
And
question about that.
They lost their lives, and I hated it.
What
I
how
didn't
come-
feel good at all. Like
How
I
come-
had, I was not, I felt ashamed in a way. Even when I got, I didn't feel like I deserved the call and the forgiveness and stuff. Well, not forgiveness, but understanding and compassion that I got from the granddaughter, because I mean,
I thought it was their daughter.
and that
Wait,
daughter,
what?
granddaughter, whatever. Somebody had tried to say one time it wasn't the daughter, so I might have said, well, okay, maybe it was the granddaughter. I don't know. You guys are always trying to be specific on details, and something that was a
Well,
few years back.
on details, I had a question. How come you never contacted that media source that listed you at fault and had them correct their narrative? How come they never issued a correction to their publication?
I didn't kill them. Huh?
What happened? I
There
missed
was
this one.
2 different news articles. One listed them at fault and one listed you at fault. How come the one?
Because
How come you never had them
no,
correct
they
their
didn't
publication?
they didn't list me at fault. They listed that I was the car that failed to yield. Yeah, they had the cars removed. It was an editing error. Why didn't I reach out? Because one, I didn't even know that article. I didn't even know about that, and it's obviously not the correct case. Anybody that would get the Missouri State Highway Patrol report would understand and know that.
So they were at fault and they crashed into your car and they died.
They failed to yield and came out into my,
Okay, I'm just curious.
I tell you what, I can't, dude, you are nowhere at all in my live chat, WorkyLeaks. And I want to make you a mod, dude, but, oh wait, there you are. There you are, finally.
I don't understand why you want to
Don't know
make them
why.
a mod when they're out there shit talking you with Bird and Gene and them as well.
That makes sense.
I haven't seen it. So,
I told you I've sent
and
you
maybe
the emails to your Proton.
like WorkyLeaks, I mean, I don't know, Bird used to troll me with Worky first. And the way Gene and
Gene
Jim
has
had
trolled
done
you
me
as
was
well.
How do Gene and Bird manage to troll you? They're pretty slow in the head, those guys. Like, come on, Bird's like a 300-pound hooker.
because I never came on here with fucking uh covert or malice intentions, all right? And I don't stay in that mindset. And I'm not a troll, like I've said from the very beginning. And so
You've actually
that's why
admitted
they
you were
can.
trolling in the past. And you've tried to troll the
I've
Workyverse and
tried,
stuff.
yeah, I've tried it, and I've been successful once or twice, but still not a troll.
Well, once a troll, always a troll. Once you start trolling, you get that troll
And
moniker.
you haven't sent anything to my profile now. Not a thing.
I'd watch that mod. They're going to ban people from the chat, and it might kill the audience a bit. They seem pretty gung ho.
I want him to ban people that talk shit like Mustard and stuff.
Well, he talks
I
shit,
want
so
the
he should he
trolls.
ban himself?
I want any trolls gone WorkyLeaks. Any Mustard coming in on his hundreds of account. I mean, you'll have your work cut out for you, dude, being a moderator. And I would protect your identity too, and not let anyone dox you or anything, because they will fucking threaten you, and just like they did Elix. That's why I don't have any support here anymore, because you guys threatened everybody.
Can I have a wrench?
No, bro.
Why? I gave you a wrench in my chat.
Don't ask questions.
Didn't you end up abusing that wrench in his chat?
I had to take
You were
it.
told just to time out and not hide anyone.
I've never taken a wrench from anyone before, Square, but I had to take it from you. And I was trying to be fair. I know some people were chatting shit about you and didn't like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't just time those people. You just can't. That is not being thoughtful of your audience or your moderators, because if any of those trolls are going after them and you're just telling them, well, don't ban them, only time them out. Well, fuck, they're supposed to time them out every 300 seconds. As soon as they come back from that 300, they're going to say something else. Like, come on.
Yeah. I heard about this beautiful thing you have in America, and it's called freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech doesn't include harassment. When you're berating somebody and constantly going at them and trying to associate with them when they don't want to associate with you or talk to you, that's an abuse of speech.
Well, you're able to block individuals so you don't see what they say.
Yeah, I could do that. When I'm over at other people's chat, I could block people, and then I would be in there talking and not see it. And then right below me or above me, they would have an arrow pointing down at me, calling me a diddler or something.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. Well, what about I want to get it for evidence? I want to get facts that all this shit happened. And who's to say that if I didn't block them, if I blocked them and they came in, I block them from my chat and stuff. And I have blocked a lot of people like Wacky and stuff. She's fully blocked because I've gotten her shit. And once they say their shit, I do block them. But, and that's what I've been having to do.
Well, I was just saying though,
Sorry,
like as Krog, as the channel holder had specifically requested a wrench holder behave in a certain manner on their channel. So you kind of have to respect the channel holder's wishes when you have the wrench there.
That's okay.
Yeah,
we don't have to rehash it. I just wondered why I wasn't allowed to. I think it'd be a good move in the right direction to build trust between us. I gave you one and you abused it. Maybe you could give me one as a sign of trust, and we'll see what happens. You can all just take it away if I abuse it. I don't know how I could abuse it. I'm not going to ban anybody unless they're being really rude or anything. I'll take that as a
Trying
no.
to, well, for right now, yeah, I'm not handing out wrenches off the fly. I mean, he's the first one I've handed out, and I don't even really think I
No.
plan to stay at this channel. I don't want to.
Well,
I mean, I don't
maybe
know
next time.
what good's gonna come from it.
I mean, you're handing out wrenches to someone that shit talked you on Bird and Gene's channel, so it doesn't make much sense.
WorkyLeaks
Logically.
at workyverse.com. Your site's not even up, dude.
Right? He's a multimillionaire and hasn't even made any website that he threatened he was releasing like 3 months ago. What happened there?
What are you talking about, WorkyLeak? That was crazy double talk.
I don't think they understand me because I'm Scottish. I think that's the problem.
I say that, and you know why I say that, whoever that is. Because I don't feel like I ought to be ran off of a public platform that's meant for everyone to use. You know,
Can you ask,
I feel like
can you ask WorkyLeaks not to mock the way I
So-
speak? It's not my fault I have a Scottish accent.
Are they being
I
racist
want to know
towards
what he's
your
talking
accent?
about. I want
Saying I
to know what
speak,
he's speaking about.
saying I speak with like crazy double talk. Just a Scottish accent. It's a little racist.
He's
I
not.
don't care.
He's not talking about. He's not talking about your accent. He's talking about what you were saying, and Crow wanting a wrench was double speak. Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
'cause I
that was
said-
double speak at all. He said he gave you a wrench and he would like a wrench in return.
Yeah.
Why I
Yeah,
hid in the trunk of a car and his wife? I didn't hide in the trunk of a car and my wife. What are you talking about?
Double speaks when you say something
Okay,
right.
if you're going if you're going off of something that Kayla said, like, and you want to believe her, I guess you can, but you know that's on you. WorkyLeaks is lying about their grandfather being Scottish, or they know this is how all Scottish people speak. Like, I mean, they're just a racist. I would watch them swear. I really would watch them. You don't be associated. I'm Scots Irish.
Yeah, that's why you understood what I was saying. Why don't they?
No, I understood that. I understood you were trying to get a wrench to,
Yeah,
and not maybe for up and up purposes. Like, you know, you may not work or be a part of their group, but you're cool with them. Y'all are associates. I'm not stupid, bro.
that's fair. Well, that's fair. I am cool with some of them. I'm not part of it, though. I'm a different group.
But being up in here and messing along with me seems like you're almost wanting to be a part of it.
I've been really polite. I agreed with you about your right to bear arms. I agreed with
He's
you that
helping
you're
you
accidental.
co-host.
Yeah, I think you did well researching gun
And you-
safety after your
And you
accidental discharge.
and you
responsible.
and you come on here, and you know, and then when you leave, if you go on another live or whatever, and someone brings it up, you'll be like, oh, of course, no, I wasn't being serious. You know, I mean, come
Isn't
on,
that
dude.
what WorkyLeaks is doing in chat when he bounces back to Genes and Birds? I mean, that's
Like I
the
So-
said,
thing I've
when
ever been trying to warn you about.
when I see that happen today, and you send me some shit today that happening, and I might, you know, heed your
Well,
warning.
do you have my email blocked? Why don't you like give me a number to text them to you then or something? I don't know what to do.
No, you know my text is mail.com. Send it there. Send it nowhere. You ain't getting no number. That was a very sloppy way to ask that.
Well, I'm telling you, my
Shout out,
I
emails
can't
aren't
even
going
believe you
through.
thought it would work.
Email them to you.
Shout out Noddy. I've been meaning to speak
Okay,
to him.
send it to johnjag32@gmail.com, and it will go through. I promise you, it will.
Okay.
32
Shout
or
out.
332?
322. John Jag, JOHNJADG322@gmail.com.
Shout out Noddy News in the chat. I'm needing to speak to that guy. I've been meaning to chat to him for a while. We've got a mutual friend that I'm sure he'd want to hear about. No, I've got to go. I've got some weed outside. Hang on.
You're taking off, Krog?
We'll be sure that Ian never has peace and will be locked up.
Square, did Krog leave?
No, he's here.
Oh, I thought he said he had to go.
Bro. Maybe he had to go do something. Probe.
I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, he thought you'd left, and I said he probably went to go do something. But
Oh,
here's
no,
my
man.
ancestry composition.
My weed guy was outside. I'm waiting for this all fucking day. Oh,
There we go. So I am 99.8%, as you can see, European.
yeah. Well, you're
And
very white.
83% British and Irish.
Okay.
Hold on.
That's pretty cool.
Hold on. I'm trying to go through all my little fucking data points. There we go.
I've never
So
done my answer.
British and Irish, French and German. So actually, it looks like I don't have any.
So is Llama Hawk still here?
United Kingdom with ones. I'm British Irish. I thought I was Scots Irish, but I'm British because see, I was told growing up our family was Scots Irish, and I think it was my ancestry is not.
So someone in the backstage says WikiLeaks is Seth Hobbs, that guy who took you for $400. I don't know anything about that, but it's there.
And MC said that. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, Seth Hobbs didn't do that. Somebody impersonated Seth Hobbs.
Who's Seth Hobbs?
He is a person that owns a company in Texas that they that has to do with cyber stuff that they use to troll me into paying money to get my information deleted and to get info
Did you pay
on
them
the people that are
$400?
harassing me. Yeah, paid him $400. Sure did.
That's rough. Is Llama Hawk still here? No.
I don't know who did it.
No, I'm saying is that Llama Hawk?
All right, you know that they. He should be, yeah. See, I'm 14% French and German, and I'm 2.6% broad Northwestern European. And then I've got 0.1% of Coptic Egyptian in my DNA. So I do have just a little Egypt. Coptic Egyptians were that's the Christian sect of Egyptians. People didn't, for those that didn't know.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were trusting us with no screen blocker there.
Can you guys hear me?
There you go. Yeah. There.
No, it's like sort of abuse. Get the fuck out of here, fucking.
Me?
No, this one guy. Turkey Leagues, I don't know who you are, man, but I'm just wanting some help with this shit. I can't get any help from to get these people to stop. Leave me alone.
Don't
I
you
mean, they
think you
say
need
the
to help
shit just like
yourself
right there.
before others can help you?
I am helping myself, motherfucker. I am helping myself, you son of a bitch. I'm
Why are you
tapering.
cussing me?
I'm
I'm trying to
doing
give
what
you
I'm
solid
supposed to be doing.
advice.
No, you're trying to fucking antagonize.
Not at
should
all.
try-
Saying, oh, I don't think you should help yourself. How can I help myself when I'm a party of one and I got a party of
When
1
you're
to
actively
200 going at
engaging
me?
and threatening every day.
Yeah, you should try coming
Actively
on.
engaging and threatening. So what have I threatened today
Today, you threatened
or
to
yesterday?
release the well, today you threatened to contact the FBI on J.R. Colt.
Sure did. I said that if I need to, because of the community post, I think and have a suspicion that he's run my background or something. And if he has, it's not a proper use of the system.
Did you try to run his
You're damn
background?
right.
I do need to go, guys.
No,
I do need to go.
I
Okay,
don't
Krog.
care
Have a
about
great
him.
day, sir.
I'm not upset.
Can you
I'm
say
not
goodbye to
obsessed with
Krog?
Steve,
Hold on.
Krog.
Calm down.
Yeah,
Say
Goodbye,
goodbye to
Krog.
Krog.
Let me say bye, and then you guys can do what you want. But yeah, thanks for having me up, Square. It was a good talk today. Got to go get prepared for my own live stream. We're exposing SHP even further tonight. I'm quite looking forward to doing it. Yep, thanks for having me up. Catch you later, Lamahawk. See you later, Square.
Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
See
I
ya.
look forward to the SHP stream.
Anyways, like I said, he threatened me first last night. So that's what I'm saying. All you guys want to say, and it's not threatening really. It's just notifying you that I plan to do something if I have a good enough suspicion to think, which I do.
I will say on the JR Colt bit, he probably has instigated a lot of it initially first. But with a lot of
He
this,
did. There's
I was agreeing
no
with you.
fact about it.
I was agreeing with you. But I'm saying on a lot of this other stuff, there's been a lot of back and forth and a lot of instigating first before others
There's
attack.
not been no, and MC,
Well, Square, like
guess
take me
what?
for example. You threatened me with legal repercussions
No,
before I ever started trolling you.
no. Yep,
I was
yep,
trying to help
yep.
you and be a
And
friend.
no. Goodbye. Fucking get off of my shit. Yeah, I know WikiLeaks is what I'm gonna have to do. I've built the channel and everything already. I built a second one this morning, so not connected. Yeah, so this is a guy, his name's Mosh, that's in this video, or Andreas. This is somebody else that they're trying to target and go after. In the old days when I would see this stuff, I would say to myself, you need to head them off or try to head them off and let the guy know what's going on. And I did that. Like, I did all that. But I don't know how to do it anymore. Or I don't even almost feel like I got the energy to do it anymore.
Watch out. What?
Because I don't want these people going through the same shit.
There you go.
Hi, Mosh. Hi, Dave.
Howdy.
How are you today? You look fantastic, Dave. You're so, so cute.
Don't give me that malarkey. I look like shit.
I saw JM over here feeding you guys a bunch of lines of crap, and I was like, hey, I watched that show for a long time. I can't believe that JM's made his way over there to spin his propaganda for his little troll team. They do way more than Doc's Cowboy and Dave. So careful with those guys. Seriously.
I'm ready for you to porn bomb me right now. That's why you're not even on it.
There will be
That's
no
why you're
porn
not even on
bombing.
Wall
There will be
Street.
no porn bombing. No porn bombing. That's cheap trick behavior.
Hey. Hey, hit me up, email me, or hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram. Thank you. Your voice sounds legit. What you're
I've been
saying
watching your
sounds
channel
legit.
for a long time.
Your voice sounds legit. What you're
I've been
saying
watching your
sounds
channel
legit.
for a long time. I have given the Workyverse a hard time. I will say I have trolled the Workyverse, JM. He calls himself a poser exposer, but really he's the poser, and I'm the exposer. So I exposed, and they didn't like it when it happened to them. So, I mean, get over it, guys. It was just turkey breast in a bag, remember? They've done the same shit to people. They just don't like it when it happens to them. They get people fired. They get people homeless. They want to see people pushed to the brink of suicide online. They're suicide trolls is what they are.
Yeah. That's what they've tried to do with me.
And they do it for money. And they exchange money behind the scenes. They just raised almost between $2,000 and $4,000 at Memorial Day weekend to buy one of their cronies a computer. Probably 3 of their cronies a computer. They'll anyone that comes into their chats, they run background checks on, so that if any of those people speak out against them later, they'll blackmail them. They'll post nude photos. They'll use like girls to cuddle up to the guys, get pictures of them so they can blackmail them with it later. The list goes on, guys.
Everything she's speaking is 100%
I have a
fact.
clean record. Just to silence me, they've accused me of being a dog murderer. They've posted me on sex websites, Rumble. They've doxed me. They've called CPS on me. This is called milk. What I'm doing right now, they're getting their morning milk. They're loving this. But I just didn't want to see it happen to you, Mosh, because I saw what Marissa was doing. I saw what they did with Lincoln Kane. It was well thought out and planned. It came from their camp. They knew it was going to happen. They put the banner up right before the porn bomb. Come on, guys. These are the guys that run up to the girls at the playground and tug on their braids and shoot them with water guns and run away. You know, so don't let them come over here and fuck your channel up, Mosh, over some girl.
Again, my Instagram, my Twitter. Again, you've seen me. I highlighted you. There you go. Porn bombing away. Everything you said sounded fucking very straightforward.
I'm a peaceful person. All I have is my chakras on the wall, as you can see. I'm not burning down houses and doxing children. It's happened. They've been harassing me for a year.
It's me. JM wants to call you out.
Okay, come on, JM.
Is that really JM or is he?
Well, they might porn bomb you. You never know. Anywhere I
don't
go,
think
they
I see
porn
it. I don't
bomb
think
it
I see
so
it.
it gets
I
taken
don't
down
think
because
I see
they
it.
don't want it to spread.
Yeah. Yeah, they're.
Anyway, I'm gonna
yeah.
hop down. I'll hit you up in the back seat, bud.
Thank you. It was porn bombers.
Yeah, they're doing that because they
Everything she said is correct. What's this guy's channel? Mike Marsh.
They want your stream taken down because I'm speaking the truth and exposing them. They are reckless mobsters of the internet, and they are ruining our platform because Facebook and Instagram wouldn't have them there anymore. They are bottom feeders. So fuck you, JM. The Workyverse sucks. The Workyverse is going down. You're dying. I'm retiring, but there's an army behind me, motherfuckers. Good luck, Mosh. Love y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ed.
Wait.
Dave, kept it real.
God, dog it.
JM, type in the chat.
Didn't have comments. Damn it.
Looks like JM maybe backstage JM. You gotta type in the chat. Yeah, you backstage, type in the chat. Dave, you're going full screen. Yeah, JM, type in the chat.
What the hell is somebody breaking up the gas on the chat? He ain't a rock god. Jesus.
Shut up, Switch Mace. Could be. This for the person backstage. I said, type in chat, man.
Ain't nobody real around here. A bunch of fakes. Phony baloney.
Yeah, this person don't want to. Dave, this person. They don't want to type in the main chat. Type in the main chat. Type in the main chat. Type in main chat. Type in main chat, not type chat. Type in chat. All right, Dave. 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Well, here we go again.
Like, why would
Somebody's here.
I just left and you fucking kicked me out 3 times before you bring me up? What the fuck, dude?
I did not kick you out.
You did kick me out 3 times.
I did not kick you out.
You did.
I did not.
When Andrea was up here, you wouldn't even bring me up. You waited till she left and then bring me up. What the fuck?
You are, bro.
You kicked me out of the studio.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You said type
No,
in the
I did not.
backstage, and before I could even do it,
No,
you
I
kicked
did not.
I turn that off.
You kicked me. You did. Why would
Somebody's here.
I just left and you fucking kicked me out 3 times before you bring me up? What the fuck,
I
dude?
did not kick you out.
You did kick me out 3
I did not
times.
kick you out.
You did.
I
Yes,
did not.
when Andrea was up here, you wouldn't even bring me up. You waited till she left and then bring me up. What the fuck?
You are, bro.
You kicked me out of the studio.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You said type
No,
in the
I did not.
backstage, and before I could even do it,
No,
you
I
kicked me
did
out.
not.
You did. dude.
JM.
You're too
You're
dumb
out.
to realize what you're doing. You kicked me out
Bullshit.
before I could chat.
Bullshit.
No, you're bullshit. And you
No,
seen
you're
me on
bullshit.
camera. You seen me on camera and then still don't bring me up.
Oh,
You're an idiot, man. You are an idiot. Can you not check email addresses? You don't know how to check email addresses
Hey,
to see
hey,
if
hey,
it's the
what?
person?
Guess what? Guess what, DM? You're live now.
You're gonna kick me out?
You're live. No, you're live now. Go ahead and tell us about what she did.
I'm not live now. I hadn't started
is
yet.
this recording?
You not know how to see if a channel's live yet?
Are we live? Are we live, my dudes?
You don't YouTube
Yeah,
very well.
Dave, this guy's a fucking retard. DM, you're live
I'm a
on
retard.
my channel
I'm a
right now.
retard.
Oh my god, Dave, He wasn't calling me out drunk.
I am not live yet. I have not started my live stream.
JM, you're lying on my channel. Dave said it. I said it.
Duh.
You want to
I
call
know.
out
I
her?
clicked the link. I clicked the link. I know I'm live on your channel. Well, she's done left, so there's really no point. Andrea's a conspiracy theory, stupid bitch. And then there's a charge for a dog. There is a charge for the dog. It's on a fucking court website. You can see for yourself.
Yeah, she confined the dog, and I guess in space it wasn't good enough. Ooh, he found that charge on her. And him calling her a conspiracy theorist is just to take a shot at and, you know, make it seem like anything she's ever said or exposed or talked about is all lies or something she's come up with, and it's a theory.
Self.
Conspiracy theory label is so old.
It's on the Pennsylvania court website.
Pennsylvania. You don't sound like you're in the mountains of Pennsylvania, the Adirondacks or the Poconos. Oh my God!
What? Who said I was in Pennsylvania? I said her paperwork is on the website. You can see it for yourself.
That's what I heard. Pennsylvania. I don't know. Pencil Dick,
That's
maybe.
where she lives.
Who's she?
The
Certainly
fucking
not.
woman y'all were just listening to berate all of us. Like you don't know, you don't remember?
Oh, they weren't berating you.
I think I vaguely recall a woman speaking about 2 minutes ago. What are you trying to tell me? What state she's in now? What are you, one of the doxing type of people?
Yeah.
You're trying to dox her?
That's it.
What
Yeah,
the-
she come up here talking about court records and a dog. So yes, it's on the Pennsylvania website. Do you know her name? Did I say her name?
Yeah, you did, but I didn't know it before.
What was her name? What was her name?
It was forgettable, you know, because it
Did I
came
say-
out of your mouth. I don't give
Did
a
I
fuck
say
about anything you say.
first and last name? Was it first and last name so that you could look it up, or was it just the first name? Because she's the only person named that,
Oh,
right?
fuck, he's got me, Moss. What do I do? He's got me, but it's the first name only. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I'm just going to cry. I could just cry. Oh, my fucking God. You sure you're not from Tennessee?
I don't know. You're pretty slick. You're Alzheimer riddled old bastard.
Whatever you say, bro. You're
Right.
so fucking smart. What do I do?
She spoke the truth. Most likely, you don't know that, but you're just going to follow along with it, huh?
Hold on,
Most
JM.
likely, it was true.
JM and JM and
It's the
Dave.
same shit talking you were doing
Hold
the
on
other
one
day.
second. Hold on, JM and Dave. MC, type in the main chat, please. Type in main chat, not private chat. Type in main chat, JM. I mean MC.
JM?
No,
That's my buddy.
JM.
That is my buddy. He's legit.
MC Llama. What is it?
He's on a mobile device. He can't type in the chat.
Llama Hawk.
Yes, he's legit. He's on my channel regularly. He don't porn bomb.
So they can go on private chat and join panel, but they can't. Come on, get the fuck.
There's an option to chat in private chat. It doesn't show you the public
All right,
chat.
all right, there you go. We're about to find out. What
Good
about
morning,
you?
porn bomb. What's up, MC?
What up, JM? I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but Andrea's been following Marissa around and harassing and berating
She
her,
has.
calling her a weak woman, calling her all sorts of vile names on different panels. So this Andrea woman likes to play victim, just like Dave is here. I'm not sure. Dave, are you okay? Do you have early onset Alzheimer's?
Oh, yeah,
Who's the same
definitely.
See how these people talk to this older guy and stuff. And you hear how JM talks, and he's a fucking EMT for Christ's sake. He don't give a fuck about talking shit on Alzheimer's or nothing. Like, they have no moral high ground at all.
My God, I went to you know, and shit. So I don't
Can you
shit on
list
myself.
an Indian person?
Fucking what morons. Where do they find these people?
I've been live last night, tonight, and go show me this first.
I like the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys too. Does poker at night, football fan. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'll have to check him out. L Square, aka Mosh, get the fuck out of here. If Michael Sinks hated my dog, I imagine my dog probably reached back a lot away from him, like, or because he smelled the fucking smell of fuck boy from him. What are you doing, Grandpa? You'll be going live in January of 2024. Why so long? And would you not consider like coming up and talking about anything? Like, I don't know. I hope you're really gonna blow their bullshit wide open, dude. I really hope you do.
And who was arrest? I don't allow my top mods to arrest Marissa.
Andrea's not one of your top mods.
Again, I don't allow anybody to arrest Marissa. Show me a timestamp. Again, I'm not asking for a donation, but if you do it, you do it. I'll put in my email.
Ever since you've been
I'll put in my
Marissa?
my email's there. My email's there. You got a timestamp.
I'm not doing
Whatever.
your research for you, sir. Ever since you and Marissa have been coming on JMs for about a month and a half now, she's been following Marissa around, harassing her.
She has. She's done it on my channel. She's done it everywhere Marissa goes.
Holy crap.
Is this tough for you, Dave? Are you having problems?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it fucking rules.
And
Thanks, Tim. We'll catch you next time.
Oh, fuck.
you should listen to Dave. He's legit. Are you crying or laughing? I can't tell.
I'm having a nervous breakdown because y'all freaking me out so hard.
Well, you're good at this. You're real good at this, I guess.
I got dementia. Oh, shit.
You didn't have to tell us. We know.
Oh, you're the one that told us. Yeah, it shows.
I didn't say anything. You're the one over here talking. What are you talking about?
You're the one that said I had early onset dementia, so fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
I guess you've heard those terms before, huh? I didn't
Which
say nothing
one?
about early onset dementia.
Oh, well, maybe it was your twin. I don't know. But what was it? The fuck you part I didn't get right?
Right, Chanel. Don't call that Gloria girl a whore. She hates that.
I wouldn't call any woman a word like that, Jet.
It's just mean words. Are you afraid of mean words? Do the mean words bother? Show her the mean words hurt.
I didn't get this to
Are
this
you
age.
afraid of the mean words?
Let me
Hey,
tell you.
I almost need a quick call for you. I would love a quick call and
Oh, boy.
Show
A-bomb.
us
He's
where
the
the
one.
mean words hurt.
yeah.
Nothing hurts me, you stupid motherfucker. I'm almost 50 years old. I learned in a time where fucking nothing hurts me. You stupid piece of shit. I volunteered for Vietnam. Fuck you, motherfucker.
You're good. You're good at
They
this.
didn't let me in. They didn't let me in. That's another story. I
What, a
volunteered.
little too whacked out in the head? One too many bumps to the noggin?
Because I was a year too young, stupid motherfucker.
Not in the teeth?
Yeah, probably
But you
not. I had
can
to
gum a
look back
dick,
then.
though. You can gum a dick.
You're stupid. Boy, you're so mature. Oh my God, are you even
Is that
older
all you
over
got?
yet? Are you older than my daughter? You stupid
You're the one sitting here
motherfucker.
talking about having a nervous breakdown and blowing your nose into a tissue, but you're calling me
boy,
mature.
it's
You're
right,
calling me
so
mature, huh?
you're fucking.
Backstage. What did we do over here? Oh, hey, I want everybody in the chat. I want everybody on the chat panel. Call me out. Nothing was ever said about Marissa. Go ahead. Show the receipts. Do I need to rewatch you? Do I need to rewatch you? I'm not going there. But my point is, I don't know what this fucking shit is about. Why did I get that comment? Why did I get that fucking comment? Whatever. We had smokes. We had drinks. JM even came on and hey, go trash talk. His crew didn't porn bomb me. He didn't porn bomb me. Here we go. We're back. We've had poker. We've had a good night. JM. Hey, JM, will you have my back for a second? I don't know how much you've learned, man, but JM, you've seen that we did not. We are. Yeah. You know that. Whether you like it or hate it, and I'm a piece of shit, or you know that I've liked that girl, and it's like, hey, if you want to call me out. But I think you've seen tonight. There was never been any bashing of her over here.
If you like her so much, why do you keep getting drunk and causing problems for yourself with her? Because it's always the alcohol that contributes to it.
Alcohol, bad.
And hey,
Yeah,
JM,
when you can't control your alcohol, yes, it is bad. It's just like any other addiction.
I will
You
go
can't
3 to
control
1
it.
on your money. I will go.
Fucking always gotta be talking about someone taking someone else's inventory and shit. That's what they do. I don't know why you people keep commenting big plans for Columbus Day or shit like that. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. What am I doing? Guess I'll just find get the gumption up to do what I've been talking about and not fucking doing forever. These people ain't doing stuff. So why be around it? That's not right. It's not ideal. It is doable. Just sticking to it. Oh man, just so tired of this shit. I don't have any plans for Columbus Day. It's not that. Oh, I don't want to get to 'em. People are so fucked up and mean and evil. I never want to have to get mean or ugly with people. Well, I felt like if I didn't, I'd be pushover or whatever. And then I felt if I did, then be looked at as worse. Just two wrong don't make a right. They bounce me back and forth like a fucking ping pong ball. They lie, yeah. But when they talk about that they're trying to break me, they're telling the fucking truth. The blunt, honest fucking truth of it. Me. Oh, he coming on here because he gives me a fucking an outlet. At first it did, I felt like, and now it's just become a fucking shit, an orchestrated, the hate group shit show. I don't know. If I didn't have a case against, if there wasn't really a case, and all of this is above board, putting someone through distress and everything like that, and you're telling me there's no criminal or even at the very least civil case at all, yeah. If that's the case, then people, social media is just going to get worse, and it's either gonna change. They'll make changes of the shit or whatever. I don't know. But I know damn well that he's fucking done shit that's wrong. He can be held accountable for. And that's why they protect his ass. And no one's ever really doxed him. Because the moles that Army thought she had, well, I don't believe if it is, he done an amazing job at getting people to not believe it's him. From donning the image on his profile and everything else, but I don't think it's him. And do type of content that I like. People like it, are interested in and support and watch, and if not, they don't have to. Brownie with you?
What?
I was making sure Brownie was in here. Well, first day of no smoking. First day of no smoking again. Now that we got this fixed, got that other fixed, I'm not gonna smoke anymore. Oh, I know. That's fine. Yeah. Got my kratom. maybe I'll hear something from that person. If I do, then I'm gonna blow some shit wide the fuck open. The fuck is this shit?
Our state, the North Carolina American Republic, thanks you for your interest in state citizenship. We're excited to see growing numbers participating in the movement to reestablish and repopulate lawful states. It is important that you first educate yourself as to why and how our original state of North Carolina was reestablished, and it's vital that you understand both who we are and who we are not. In this video, we'll cover the historical and legal background, the consequences of unlawful states, and how you can become a state citizen and be part of the movement to reestablish lawful states. The reestablishing of our original state of North Carolina in 1997 was based upon the position that our state, meaning our constitution and form of government, as well as our people or body politic, was purportedly and unconstitutionally annulled and put into abeyance shortly after the Civil War by a series of legislative acts called the Reconstruction Acts. The Reconstruction Acts eliminated state citizenship and invert American government, creating a new national indefinite supremacy over all persons and things. Today we see fully nationalized states, all comprised of nationalized, homogeneous citizenry, whose protections and benefits, however defined, are determined at the national level and not strictly at the state level as they once were. The end game of Reconstruction was to compel the nationalization of citizenship through the 14th Amendment. As opposed to a readmission of the original states back into the Union, as many are taught, Reconstruction disenfranchised original state citizens and created new states for a nationalized citizenry. A new state of North Carolina entered the Union during this time, even though our original state was still in lawful operation. Today, we're overwhelmed by branch consequences that stem from this root of nationalized citizenship and federally created states. Firstly is the case of state sovereignty. States prior to the 1860s decided for their own political bodies where they stood on divisive and moral issues, and most at this time did stand on a religious foundation. Today, nationalized citizenship eliminates the liberty of states to choose their own destiny. For example, Roe v. Wade universally legalized abortion across the United States in 1973 based upon the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. Stone v. Graham held that the display of the Ten Commandments was unconstitutional, thanks to the 14th Amendment. And Addington School District v. Shemp held that school prayer was unconstitutional based upon the 14th Amendment. Another branch is the massive growth in the scale of the federal government. The CIA, FBI, IRS, the Department of Education, the Federal Reserve, Homeland Security, Patriot Act I, Patriot Act II, the Military Commissions Act, the NDAA, the EPA, and the NSA are just a few examples of the increase in the scope of the federal government since the 1860s. With the Civil War and Reconstruction combined, we find at least 15 distinct violations of the Constitution, which resulted in the purported annulment of 10 states of the American Union, including North Carolina, as well as the nationalization of every state, North and South. In 1997, a contingent of individuals living in North Carolina, recognizing that violations of the Constitution create no law, together reestablished or reclaimed the original state of North Carolina, her Constitution, and her system of government. The reestablished state was called the North Carolina American Republic to keep it distinct from the de facto state of North Carolina. The North Carolina American Republic, or NCAR, is composed of state citizens who are loyal to the maintenance and defense of our original lawful state. Our state convenes on a regular basis. It has a body politic, a government body, and a treasury. Citizens of our reestablished de jure state have taken the matter to court in various cases, demanding that the de facto state of North Carolina prove its lawfulness. We highly encourage you to continue your study of the historical, political, and legal background of our reestablished state. This is the legal foundation upon which you will defend your citizenship status. To test your knowledge, we require all interested individuals to fill out and submit the in-depth questionnaire on our website as a prerequisite for obtaining a citizenship packet. By studying the reference materials and resources here on ncrepublic.org, as well as americasremedy.com, future citizens of our de jure state will be well educated on matters regarding the foundation of our state's reestablishment and will better understand who we are and who we are not. Becoming a citizen of the North Carolina American Republic is not a complicated process. However, it's not something to be taken lightly or hurriedly. You should understand that it does require some time as well as patience. Once you have a thorough understanding of how and why the NCAR was reestablished, you'll need to complete a citizenship questionnaire. You'll find a link to the questionnaire under Step 1 listed on our website in the citizenship area. Once you've completed your citizenship questionnaire, an NCAR citizenship coordinator will contact you to schedule a phone conference to discuss the responses that you provided. Your next step will be to attend an NCAR meeting. Officers and citizens of NCAR convene regularly. You can check our calendar for the next opportunity to attend a meeting. At this meeting, you'll receive a citizenship packet. Your packet will contain all paperwork to initialize your state citizenship, including an affidavit of citizenship and domicile, oaths of allegiance, and voter registration cancellation requests, along with other useful resources. Please also be prepared to provide a proof of identity. Your final step will be to submit citizenship paperwork and pay taxes. After you thoroughly review your citizenship packet documents, bring your citizenship paperwork to an NCAR meeting. There, your paperwork will be signed, witnessed, and officially sealed. Your taxes and processing fees will also be due at the time your affidavit is submitted. Please check our website for details. Once you have reclaimed state citizenship, we encourage you to be an active and regular participant in state meetings, voting, and elections of our state, and in the ongoing defense of our fellow state citizens. Welcome to the North Carolina American Republic.
This stuff is interesting to look at. Study. Somebody on Facebook, I was discussing in a group, well, a friend's wall, that talks a lot about stuff that has to do with things of this nature. And I made a comment because, well, I don't actually know how much, I really don't know that much, a lot about any of it. So I know a little bit over the years, but there's supposedly it's not like a sovereign citizen thing. They explicitly say that, but it's examining about the stuff about the 14th Amendment Reconstruction. And I'm just re-looking at all this stuff because I remember back when I was younger and hearing about all those now some of these are conspiracy theories that you're not your all capital name, birth certificates, a bond, all that Boulder Dash. He said America's Remedy.com.
Signed, witnessed, and officially sealed. Your taxes and processing fees will also be due at the time your affidavit is submitted. Please check our website for details. Once you have reclaimed state citizenship, we encourage you to be an active and regular participant in state meetings, voting, and elections of our state, and in the ongoing defense of our fellow state citizens. Welcome to the North Carolina American Republic. Site as a prerequisite for obtaining state. Our state convenes on a regular basis. It has a body politic, a government body, and a treasury. Citizens of our reestablished de jure state of North Carolina. North Carolina, recognizing the purported annulment of 10 states of the American Union, including North Carolina, as well as the nationalization of every state, North and South. In 1997, a contingent of individuals living in North Carolina, recognizing that violations of the Constitution create no law, together reestablished or reclaimed the original state of North Carolina, her Constitution, and her system of government. The reestablished state was called the North Carolina American Republic to keep it distinct from the de facto state of North Carolina. The North Carolina American Republic, or NCAR, is composed of state citizens who are loyal to the maintenance and defense of our original lawful state. Our state convenes on a regular basis. It has a body politic, a government body, and a treasury. Citizens of our reestablished de jure state have taken the matter to court in various cases, demanding that the de facto state of North Carolina prove its lawfulness. We highly encourage you to continue your study of the historical, political, and legal background of our reestablished state. This is the legal foundation upon which you will defend your citizenship status. To test your knowledge, we require all interested individuals to fill out and submit the in-depth questionnaire on our website as a prerequisite for obtaining a citizenship packet. By studying the reference materials and resources here on ncrepublic.org, as well as americasremedy.com, future citizens of our de jure state will be well educated.
AmericasRemedy.com. Slept on a nerve wrong or something.
Choices. Which president will we put behind this desk? Or does it really matter? Could there be another choice? This year and in past elections, there's one thing that remains overlooked by the American people: the 14th Amendment put in place by the Reconstruction Act. Regardless of who's sitting behind the desk, be it Romney, Obama, a write-in like Ron Paul, Democrats or Republicans, one thing still remains the same. This office still holds the power provided by the 14th Amendment. So, why is this amendment so important? Most people believe in U.S. citizenship. In fact, most people are proud to be called U.S. citizens. Many people today believe that the federal government is over the state governments and that the federal government is the higher authority. However, if we take a trip back through time to the Reconstruction Acts, about 2 years after the Civil War, we'll discover that it was the other way around. The federal government was created by the states, and the states maintained ultimate sovereign authority. The people living in each state were called state citizens, and their citizenship of their state was predominant. Also, the federal government had no authority over the citizens of each state. Before Reconstruction, the United States was a union of many individual sovereign states. Each state had total authority within its borders based upon the choices of the citizens. America thrived and liberty prevailed. With Reconstruction and the 14th Amendment, we became a nation of one. State sovereignty and state rights were eliminated. Citizenship was nationalized and the federal government gained control over the states and the citizens. Federalist Paper number 39 said, "A national government involves not only an authority over the individual citizens, but an indefinite supremacy over all persons and things." In other words, Congress now has indefinite supremacy over all persons and things. James G. Blaine, in 20 Years of Congress, said that the 14th Amendment distinctly reversed the origin and character of American citizenship, and that the consequences that flowed from this radical change in the basis of citizenship were numerous and weighty. I would tend to agree with Mr. Blaine. Back to our floating heads and the president's desk. No matter how many times we vote, or even if we turn out in huge numbers, the power of the 14th Amendment stands firm. authorizing Congress to make decisions for all states on things like abortion, gay rights, no prayer in schools, health care, drug laws, and more, forcing these decisions on us, the subjugated U.S. citizens. So instead of focusing on voting, let's look at the cause and effect, Reconstruction, and the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment nationalized citizenship, making us citizens of Congress as opposed to a citizen of a sovereign state. Remember the quote, indefinite supremacy? Under this U.S. citizenship status, Congress has complete control. The 14th Amendment is the only congressionally coerced amendment in the history of our country. In fact, through the Reconstruction Acts, Congress made the passage of the 14th Amendment a requirement for states in order to seat representatives. The Reconstruction Acts were passed 2 years after the Civil War and a year after peace was declared, over President Johnson's veto, and the acts opposed the original object of the war. This legislation annulled pre-existing states in the South and in the North, peopling them over again with U.S. citizens having drastically limited rights. Remember Blaine's statement? He said the consequences that flowed from this radical change in the basis of citizenship were numerous and weighty. And they were. The Reconstruction Acts were a blatant violation of the Constitution on a number of different levels. And to this very day, these violations have never been adjudicated, meaning that American courts have never ruled on the constitutionality of this legislation. So what do we do with this information? Let's shift our focus from these guys to this guy, the people, specifically you. You know your original state null. You're no longer a state citizen as the founders set it up. You're now a U.S. citizen. Your current state is a federal satellite with no sovereignty and no state rights. Ultimately, in the matter of lawmaking and deciding how your government is run, Congress calls the shots, and your liberty and freedom are restrained. And all of these things are a result of the unconstitutional Reconstruction Acts. And this was committed by people with oaths to the Constitution.
All right. That's all.